Hello there and welcome. It is time for another Star Wars Shatterpoint Battle Report, and this time we are getting the full Rogue One team on the table. Today we're going with both boxes as is, so Jin, Bodhi, and Baze and Sharut, and then Cassian, K2SO, and the Rebel Pathfinders, and what would be more fitting to take them on than Krennic and his full box. So we've got Krennic, Death Trooper Specialist, Death Troopers, Shore Troopers, and then to fill it out, throwing in Darth Vader and Stormtrooper Sergeant. So this will be a bit more of a thematic match. Both will be bringing 5 force, although both have a unit that refreshes a force on as a tactic ability in Vader and Baze and Chirrut. And I haven't actually put any of this side of the board on the table before, so hopefully I don't screw anything up. I'll try my best. Thing is, too, this box, like Jyn Erso's box especially, I feel like doesn't just have like new rules, but they seem to be playing in kind of a new design space when it comes to all the momentum manipulation and stuff like that. So I'll do my best. I don't want to have this basically go on for like 3 hours, so I will be trying to keep things going really quickly without making too many mistakes. But we'll get started. We're on Never Tell Me Odds. It's the X, and Rogue One will make the first move. We're getting K2SO. Okay, so K2SO. Let's see, one character in this unit may dash toward the chosen character. Yeah, he's not really someone you want going first, but I don't know if we want to be spending force on that either. Character in this unit may dash toward the chosen. I thought he gave someone else a dash, but I guess not. Where are we? Well, if we pick Bodhi, that might work. And having him on the middle point with lockdown is not horrible. So yeah, we can maybe spend one. Let's see. Chosen character gains a hunker condition. So I guess we're giving Bodhi a hunker. Yeah, they have camouflage. They are also hunkered. And let's see. Yeah, climb's not really gonna do it. Maybe that would have been better to go the other way around, but actually that's not horrible, because if we pop up here, oops, we can kind of somewhat hide. That's not a bad spot for him actually, because with lockdown they can't just walk up here and take it. They do have to shove him off, and when it comes to the melee characters, well, that's basically just Vader, I guess. They'll actually end up stuck at a different elevation, and they do have to completely clear him off the point. So yeah, I not a bad first turn. We're controlling 3 and pass it over. Ooh, they're getting the Shatterpoint. So the thing is, there is a world where Death Trooper Specialist comes and takes that, pushes them both off. I mean, Bodhi's hunkered. He can also... I mean, he's got pretty good shoves. He could actually take that as well. Yeah, I think we'll go with the Trooper Specialist. And, oh yeah, he starts off with a dash, too. Get the extra. Yeah, you know what? If we come up here, we can shoot. Well, but if we need to shoot twice, well, no, because it has to be different targets. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do Imperial Brutality dash. Ingress point. Then we'll do our move action. Sit up here. And shoot down at him. What did he do? Yeah, he could be hunkered. Because he did the ability move and yeah, so we'll do a hunker. And then, which I guess could have climbed him up there maybe, but anyway, we're gonna do an attack here. 7 dice. And he's gonna also have 7. So, 2 expertise is 2 hits for 4 and a crit. 2 expertise will be a block and crit to hit. So 3. So 5 minus 3. He will get his 2 shoves through. 2 damage, 2 shoves. And so that will get him off of the point. To take it for 3. Yeah, no protection or anything. Pass it back. Jin. So she can have herself or a Rebel Alliance supporting unit or supporting character do a dash or 5 dice attack. Ooh, is anyone on this point actually? The thing is, if we take it, Krennic can just take it back pretty easily. Well, very easily. Let's see. She's gonna get the dash for sure. Yeah, that's interesting. Are we just going for that? Probably. Oh, dash up here. Move. Into Death Trooper Specialist. Shut's gonna do much. I mean, if she does a follow-up, then maybe we can line up. Ooh, that won't get him off. Well, she could maybe get 3 shoves. Okay. So let's try it anyway. Do 7. 2. 5. 4 expertise. So that's 2 crits and a crit hit to crit, but I don't have any hits. So, but I guess we will be getting 4 crits. He has 2 blocks, which are going to do nothing. So if we do our, if we go the triple shove route, then we can go 5 damage down to 4. And we need to do a follow-up first. Before we can really get the shove angle. Push him to the edge. And then off. And then she'll use I Rebel to do a dash. And that will get her up here. Right. And take that for 3. They each get a momentum. And that will give us her 2 recovers, but she's not in range of K2SO for that. We'll pass it back. Shore Troopers. Let's see. If he moves there, he could pop down. Yeah, dash isn't going to be enough. They would need, so you have 3 through for a shove, but I don't think that gets them there. We might have to reserve them. Let's see who's next. Stormtrooper Sergeant is not going to help with that, but interesting. Give the Death Troopers advances, then they're in better range to give out their supporting fire dash. which would probably be helpful. So yeah, then he could dash, throw an attack into her. Probably not going to push her off though. That's the problem. But I don't know what else he can do here. Get some extra dice from the situation. Or we know we have them in reserve. We could throw them forward so that they could potentially threaten these points. That's an idea as well. It does leave that open, but then someone would have to run at Vader. Yeah, I think we set up that play. So he's gonna go this way and down. And then it's within 5. Oops. He is going to go straightforward there. Just barely on. He'll take a damage. And then he will advance. Oops. Yeah, let's go this way. Well, if we get the shove, Death Trooper Specialist is in the way. Anyway, so well, no, I don't think I can do. Yeah, I don't think I can do coordinated offensive and it's a suppressive fire. So we'll just move straight there. I'll take a shot with, we're gonna get an extra 2, so 8 dice. Ooh. 5 expertise, crit 2 hits, and a pin. Oy, oy, oy. Getting a lot of expertise in this game. Ooh, except Jin is not getting much of anything. So, getting 3 hits and a crit. What's she doing? A block, but then she gets a dash. 2 blocks, so 2 will get through, so we will get the shove. Heal, we can heal off them. Well, the shove's not going to do much, is the thing. It's basically 2 damage and pin. Oh yeah, but the dash is going to get rid of the pin, so yeah, maybe we do the shove. And then all up. And it'll only be 2 points, but setting up future turns, hopefully. Right. Back to Rogue One. They're in the Pathfinders. I think we'll go with them. We'll use the defensive maneuver. But they're over here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Use defensive maneuver. This one will pop up here. And oops. This one as well. And they'll gain their hunger. And then they'll do a move. This one will double up on this point. This one's gonna stay within 2. Troopers before they get hunkered and all that. Could also throw shots into, or one shot into Death Trooper Specialist. Oh, he's gonna go. Maybe one of each. They don't have a lot of conditions going on, just damage. But, this guy can only really shoot him, so we'll shoot him, I guess. With 6. And 5. 2 crits, 2 expertise, that's 2 hits. So that'll be 4 blocks, 2 crits getting through, 3 damage. He is contesting an active objective, so it'll only be 2. I guess it should have been this guy. Yeah, because that guy's steadfast anyway, so put in the other guy. 3 damage. And then yeah, let's throw some more damage into Specialist here. It's on 5, yeah. 2, 2, so that's 5 results. 4 blocks, so 1 getting through for 2 damage down to 1. And so we keep that point. We get 3. Pass it back. Now, short troopers would have to shove them off. They're not going to be able to get this point. But if we can do some shots into the Pathfinders, that's probably okay. Yeah, we'll go with them. And what's the order we want to do? Yeah. shoot first. Sharpshooter. Right, they're not focused. Oh yeah, the additional dies only for out of activation attacks, so yeah, we can't really shove this one off again because of Death Trooper Specialist. So probably do our moves first. Even though that's gonna put him engaged. If we get a shove, we can check that. Okay. Yeah, defense maneuver. Here. Because in this guy, I'll just do a climb after. This one is going to shoot, get extra dice, two extra dice from Sergeant for 8. They are hunkered, so have 6. Oh boy, again, blocks of expertise. 3 blocks and a reposition. 5 blocks. Okay. 3 crit hit. So basically the 2 crits will get through. For 2 damage and pin. Reposition will get rid of the pin. And then he's going to shoot him a 6. And yeah, 6 also. 2 and 2 for both. Again, so 2 crits, 2 hits. 4 blocks. 2 crits go through. 2 damage and pin, so 3. And so I need one more result to get that shoved through. But we'll do our move action and end. Not engaged, hopefully. Although, don't want to get rid of their hunters. Oh yeah, it's not gonna matter. Yeah, so we'll just body block that. And hill. Climb. He has to fit there. That'll get him on the point, yep. So both of them lose their hunkers. And so that doesn't actually flip anything. So that's not great for our Empire's team here. Pass it back. We get Bodhi. So he can give out dashes. If he ends, or no, active ability. Okay, so we could start by doing that. Yeah, he can make the middle really, really annoying for people to get. So we're starting on this objective. So we're going to does the Empire team spend momentum to prevent him? No, I think we'll just let him roll 3 attack dice because he's on an objective that no enemy characters are contesting that I control. So 3 attack dice. We're getting 2 expertise, so that is 2 momentum. Right. Then he can. Oh, that's also very interesting. He can spend a force to dash K2SO up here again. And now he's locking down that point. So that's going to be real annoying to try and get. He also, K2, yeah, he's a spy. So I will get a dash out of that. And then range 5. Is in range. Lost our hunker. Because yeah, I don't feel bad about leaving him back here, so we might just focus and attack. Trying to get 3 steps for 4 damage. Get the wound on a specialist here before he activates again. So yeah, I think we will do that. Focus. So I'm gonna make 7. Into 5. Look at these rolls. 2 6 6 hits, 4 blocks, 2 get through, 4 in, 3 damage, down to 2. And that'll be his turn. We'll get our 3 again. And back to the Empire. Specialist, so he is not wounded. So we should probably go with him before he does become wounded. He can Yeah. Get rid of the pin. Does a strain or pin to someone within 3? Let's strain K2. And then I think what we want to do here, do a move to no, we won't do a move yet. Do an attack into K2. He's hunkered, so we'll get 7 dice. So 7 on 7. Although, wait. We do unrelenting assault is attack as part of a combat action. So it's not off the combat action, it's off the attack. So yeah. So yeah, it's gonna conflict with Stormtrooper sergeants. So that's unfortunate. Okay. Oh. 2 blocks, 2, 1 expertise, block, good hit, so 3. So 5 minus 3 is going to get us the 2 we need to double shove him off again. And physics is being weird. 2. He's going to follow up. 1. And you know what? I don't have to attack him. Because if I just wound. Yeah, but then you can get the shove off. Okay. Yeah, we will. Like that. But we can always just climb up anyway. Oh yeah, I didn't mark my 2 damage from that. And so yeah, we'll attack him. 5 dice. They're not hunkered, so it'll just be 4. So 2, so 4 hits. Yeah, we're getting 3 through. Now the question is, do we want the wound? Or yeah, we probably want the wound. Cassian's gonna get to reposition somebody. You could reposition K2 in order to lock down one of these points. Krennic's actually going to go first, though. gonna have to take a strain in order to do it. So I think we're okay with that. Let's go 5 damage expose. Expose, target the wound. Get a momentum. Which she's gonna heal 2 off. And it got the momentum. So now Krennic is gonna get a free we stand here amidst my achievement. Not gonna really get a 5-dice attack off. Oops. I don't think. No, definitely not. So just move them up onto the point. And so Cassian, what are you gonna do? You can't get them up the ladder. Can't get himself up the ladder. Everyone else is too far away to do anything. Do we prevent the flip? But potentially. Oh, actually. He can do. Congratulations, you're being rescued. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, so I'll set off the strain because we're gonna spend a force. He's gonna get a dash. He's actually gonna get a dash over here. 5-dice attack into Death Trooper Specialist. Oh, it does have to be towards, so we're gonna have to stay. Oh yeah, no. So yeah, we'll just sit up there, do the 5-dice attack. Possibly get the 2 damage. Didn't think about K2SO and all this, so that might bite me in the butt. But he's also going to be easy to wound, so we'll see. So he's at 7. He's got 2 damage left. But 5 dice. His 5 dice. Ooh, yeah. 2 crits are gonna get through for sure. So we can do 3 damage and a shove. Down to 2. Still does the wound. So we get a momentum. And so that actually prevents him from being able to jump up here and take that point. And then Cassian gets to reposition a spy, so he'll come over here in range of that point and prevent that from being flipped as well. So wounding was the wrong choice on this. Oops. So the Empire will stick with 2 and each gain a momentum. That could heal 2 off of Jin, so she can get really condition on them. And we'll pass pass it back, so they're going to win this turn for sure. Shatterpoint. Do we shuffle the Shatterpoint? Base and Jaruk go. And spread out. Pathfinders could go. They could grab that and be over here. Simply, well, that would cost. No, they don't have the force for that. Well, actually, if he does take cover in advance, yeah, he's not going to be able to go there, but. I get T-Death for Vader, though. They don't have easy access to focus either. As much as I don't like it, I think we gotta shuffle it back in. Yeah, get Cassian. And Cassian can. Wait, it doesn't have any force, so we'll just. I don't know if it might be able to shove through there. I don't think so, though. So I might just have to throw some damage into him. So 8 dice. Into 5. So 2 expertise. It's going to be crit and hit to crit. So 3 crits, 2 hits. 2 hits will be blocked. Do have protection and steadfast. Yeah, 3 steps for 6 damage down to 5 and pin. 6 down to 5, pin. That is going to get the wound. So get a momentum. And he's just gonna move forward over here. Oops. And that'll be strike 1. So Empire. Yeah, we're gonna want this one for sure. And Krennic. Yeah, nobody's on this point. Can he get that point? Oh yeah, and that's empty. Fail. That one, nobody is on. I think we gotta reserve him. And it's Vader. You'd have to basically sit here, throw his lightsaber at Jin, maybe. Get shuffled back in. He's gonna refresh force. Anger, hate, and aggression. It's range 4 here. We might have to hold off on that. Well, we could tear up for wound. But then we won't be on the point. Not the right elevation anyway. Could chuck her off at least. Need him as into the board as possible. And then, yeah, so pay, get 3 extra dice for 8 into Jin. That's a good roll. No fails, so no expose. She's gonna get a block and a dash. So blocking 4. He's getting a crit in it damage for 8. So we're getting 4 steps for 7 damage. Pin, which will go away from the dash. Disarm. Two shoves. Shuffle them back in. We will get these 2 for 3. And pass it back. In the Shatterpoint, so he also doesn't have great access to focus. Disarmed and all that. Oh, we didn't do our bomb at the end. Cassian's 3 attack dice. I think we can still do it. Short Trooper was already wounded. So that is that. Basically, Krennic. Yeah, this is only going to affect Krennic here. It's all 3 damage. Hits and expertise. So, there we go. Okay, Shatterpoint. Yeah, they're the ones with the easy access to focus. So I think we do that. Their tactic, they refresh a force, we should roll for priority, expertise. That one. They're not getting that one. Refresh a force. Okay. Yeah, just one for now. And then do you get a dash? Oh yeah. So yeah, there's swap stance. Pay one for the dash. Oops. And then do this. Try to take a shot. Yeah, everybody's wounded here. We could try to take a shot at Vader. Or just hunker. We got all these dice. What are we gonna do with all these dice? Yeah, he's got good access to pin too, so conditions. So he's gonna sit there. And he is going to go here. So he doesn't have a shot, but we could shove Stormtrooper off or something. Oh, can he shoot? It's range 5, right? Maybe I'll just shoot the Stormtrooper. Yeah, that would work. Okay. So he's gonna shoot Vader. To get sharpshooter focus +2 from, so they are Rebel Alliance, yeah. +2 from Cassian. So that's extra 4 dice for 10. Into Vader 6. Three crits, 2 hits, 3 expertise. For crit pin, 5 crits. Wow. 1 2 blocks in the heal. So that'll deal with the hits. We're getting 5 crits through for full tree. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Disarm and expose. Let's throw all the conditions on there. And a shove. And Baze is going to do the same attack into Stormtrooper Sergeant. So that'll be, yeah, 2 crits pin again. Yeah, he's gonna block that. Hits, so 3 crits. And pin going through. So that'll be 3 damage. Disarm, expose. Let's throw all the conditions we can out there. And look at that for 1. Momentum. And yeah, that'll be Baze. If there's a time, Oh yeah, there is a tie. We don't have any force to spend. So, nothing happens there. Priority. Fail. That one again. So, we could move. Actually, we could attack Jin. So yeah, she's out of K2 range. Unless he repositions in. Oh, that's the thing. So I was thinking Krennic could come up and take this point. But yeah, if we wound Jin, K2 can be repositioned here and lock it down. I forgot. Vader and Death Troopers. Death Troopers could wound. And then possibly still push K2 off, but not steal it from Baze. That's the problem. He could just walk up, but he needs to do an attack in order to get the suppressive fire dash. I do think that's doable. Right there. Ugh. Dash is not enough. But if we get some shoves. Oh, you know what? That's interesting. Death Trooper gets a dash. What is attack? Might be able to wound Jin. Revenge stuff happens. Then Krennic can decide what he wants to do. I like that, actually. Okay. Krennic. He's gonna get. Death Trooper is going to get a dash. 6, 5, right? Yep. Hooker and 5 dice attack. Hooker, 5 dice. As much as that'd be good for Vader getting these wounds. Yeah. This Jin. Secondaries. Okay. 2 is 1 and a dash. So 2 blocks, but we're getting 2 hits there. So crit hit getting through. So that'll do 2 damage and pin. Dash gets rid of the pin. It will get him a wound. Which will do 2 heals. And then it's Cassian once. He is once per turn. if we don't move K2, then I get to lock it down. We could try to hide him here. Let's see. Sides range 4. So we'd have to stay on this side. We need to do 2 damage. Okay. Up. Check this. Just in. Okay. So he's gonna throw a shot at E2, 7 dice. He is hunkered. So be rolling 7 as well. We're getting a crit. 3, 4 hits. Come on. So blocks 3. 5 minus 3. So that'll give us 2 steps for 2 damage and a shove, which is exactly what we need. I'll shove you as much this way as we can. And you as much this way as we can. That'll go wound, momentum, general heal 2, which does nothing. And then Death Troopers will give Krennic a dash. And he will go into high aspirations. Oops. And steal it for 4. Ooh, almost finishing off the struggle. Yes. Already fail. That's Vader's point. Last card, base troop. Could steal it. How? Yeah. I think just take another pot shot at Vader. Maybe wound him. And yeah, just stay here to get that right back. I mean, they're gonna take it anyway. Oh. If we wound him, we don't really give him a target, but because we kind of want to have him stuck in a loop next round. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Refresher force. Then swap, I guess. Or do we just focus? I think we just focus. Focus and shoot. So it'll be 8 dice. Into, he's exposed. So 6, although actually we got a heal, so he's not exposed. 4 and 2. Crit hit. So 1 and 5. He's getting 3 and a heal. So 3 getting through for 3 damage. Expose again. And we'll give him a shove back again. And then we'll keep him on. Yeah. And then he's looking bad. We'll shoot a Krennic. He's in high aspirations, right? Yeah. 5. Ooh, that's a roll. 2 crits and a pin. So 3 crits. Oh boy, 1 expertise. That's all. Ooh. Well, block crit to fail. So 3 and 3. So 4 getting through. For 1, 2, 3, 4. A shove. Disarm. Shove. And do I want to do 1 more damage? Leave it actually. Yeah, because then Cassian might kill him. Yeah. So not the shove. Maybe we double up on the pin as well. It only needs 1 damage to be wounded. I like that. It's a lot of conditions. Shuffle. Definitely taking the round here. Block. 47. Expertise. Crit hit dash. Block it 2, 3. So crit and a dash. So damage and disarm. Oops. 2. Well, let's threaten for that point. I'll shoot at base. Though we can get how many? 1. Yeah, we can get 3 extra days on this. So yeah, it's still 3. Now they're in 1 with the force, so they get cover 1. So 6. Ooh, that's a roll. Wow. That is 10 hits and 1 crit. Jeepers. Against 2 blocks. So that's a full tree. So do we want to do shoves or just the 7 damage? 6 damage? Don't need the dash. Do you want to do 6 or 5? Could do shoves. Yeah, let's take the bottom. Do 5. Disarm. And 2 shadows. Check it to the edge. And then off. And so now it's. Boy, that's a tie. It's a tie. But it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, 5 damage. Okay. Alright, and they will take that one. Cassian, do his ability. Do 3. Three damage again. So that's 3 to Vader. Yeah. 3 to Vader, which will wound him. That's, yeah. We're getting real stuck with that. 3 to Death Troopers. And 3 to Krennic. Also wound him. So yeah, that's not. They have 2 units that are alive right now. Okay, so it's going to be that one either way, which Cassian's going to get don't really like that one. But yeah. Yeah, they're starting with 2 if we go with that, so I think it's best if we go with that one, because this one's going to be difficult to get. We're going to give them at least 1. Well, actually, we're giving them 2 either way. This one's at least central. And they've got a fresh deck. And they're getting Cassian first. So, short troopers are wounded. Nope, things aren't showing up properly on this side of things. Alright. Overlay for this team's not really working, but let's see. Pathfinders are wounded. Cassian's sitting on that point. Roll for priority. Expertise is that one. So currently Cassian's sitting on that. Jin would be a lot better option. Although, yeah, you could move. They're not wounded, right? Yeah. Give a dash to Baze. Yeah. Let's reserve. Cassian's already sitting on one of the points, so let's see. It's the Shatterpoint. So that is very nice for the rebels, because we do need someone who's going to be able to push that Death Trooper off. So I don't think I'm going with Pathfinders here. We're going to have Jin wake up. And then she can give a Rebel Alliance supporting character a dash or 5 dash attack, but if we give Chirrut the dash, he can pop right onto that point. And then she can do a move action. And what's the better angle for shoving him off? Probably this way, I guess. And we'll smack him in the face. Resisting arrest. If we even get 1 through, we'll take that point. So 6 dice into 4. Crit. Expertise is a crit and a hit to crit, so 2 and 3. We'll block 3, so the 2 get through. 2 damage, pin shove. Shove him that way. Pin 2 damage, although it's down to 1. And we don't have to pay anything really. We don't need the dash, but it only costs 1. You could really center. It only costs 1, and we could really center her on the point. Make sure it's hard to get. So I think we will. And that'll be 4 points for Rogue One, which is going to be difficult to come back from, especially given what is happening here. We're stuck with Vader. He's going to become injured. Remove the pin. Well, remove two. Yeah, remove the pin and then disarm from his tactic. Get a force, which is not going to be helpful. You could get a dash from a Death Trooper. Honestly, this turn, we really just need him to ruin something so that we're not stuck with him anymore. And they have 4 health left. They're getting cover. Yes, cover. But he just needs to get 4 damage through 3 steps. So, and if we sit under the point close enough, we might be able to take it if we can shove ourselves on. So go here. No, he does need to do this without the extra dice. It's gonna be throwing 5 dice. Ugh. But you gotta do what you gotta do. 5 into 6. 2 expertise, crit damage. So if he blocks more than 1, then we don't get it, and he does. So crit to hit 2 blocks. So blocking 2 out of 3 results. 3 damage. And the shove getting through. Ugh, ouch. That sucks. Do get the shove. Though, where can the shove go? Not really anywhere. Yeah, there's no real landing zone there. I guess just like to the edge. He will take a follow-up. And I mean, he could get a dash. Is that worth it? Well, yeah, he's gonna shuffle back in, so yeah, maybe we do the dash up here. That way he can at least be in melee. Maybe move on to the point more easily, I guess. But we're getting 0 points. So we'll just get a momentum. Yeah, this is not good. When I get a momentum, Jin gets 2 heals. That doesn't matter. Let's see what the priority is. Well, they already have 4 points. So, GG. Yeah, so good showing for Rogue One. Definitely solid. can see why people replace the Rebel Pathfinders with Rebel Commandos, because they have the easier access to focus. The only person in this team who really gets easy access to focus is Baze and Charut, so um, yeah. So they kind of had to be the Shatterpoint if I wanted to get that Sharpshooter and Impact. So yeah, Rebel Commandos definitely would add some flexibility there. Not that they're a horrible unit. They didn't, I mean, again, without that focus, 6 dice, they're not getting very far down their tree. So that definitely came up. Immunity to pin scale is nice. Didn't really come into play on this one, but I could see, you know, people using them in the Ewok lists, stuff like that. And with Leia, you know, if they've got a hunker, she's giving out dashes, they get advances, that's good. Like with Princess Leia or Freedom Fighter. So, I mean, it's good stuff, but it, yeah, didn't really come into play this game. I think they would be kind of the first ones to swap out for sure. Jin was fine. Her heals didn't do a lot on this spread out map. Definitely, like, if you're gonna shoot into her, you kind of want to be able to finish her off in a turn or two, you know, or make her the next wound so that she's not just constantly healing. And but this team was definitely high rolling when it came to, you know, this town's ready to blow. A lot of expertise, I think, was happening in this game, and they do have good expertise. K2SO, he was, I mean, he made himself a priority target with lockdown, but I would definitely say, oh, I guess I forgot about his goodbye ability. Wounded. Oh yeah, I forgot about goodbye completely. So yeah, when he was wounded, I guess Krennic should have gotten a pin and strain, which would have, yeah, because he needed the ARF dash. I guess that would have prevented that flip partway through the game there. When they took struggle 2, and then choose an allied spy, they get a dash. Okay, yeah. Yep, missed that. And then the whole, like, if he's wounded, can spend momentum for the struggle token to move. That didn't really, I don't think that would have been something I would have done anyway. But lockdown was annoying, but he's a squishy target, so, and pretty easy to shove off points, I found. So that was fine. He wasn't a huge issue. He did, with Cassian, you know, having forgot about his revenge trigger, that definitely came into play. If I played around it, you know, I could have taken one of the points with Death Trooper Specialist instead of like trying for 2, but then not flipping anything. So yeah, definitely remember that he has a revenge trigger. And then this team, I like Krennic's squad. Sergeant was able to give out some dice, definitely, because of all the stormtroopers. Shore troopers, again, I mean, I feel like I've gotten myself used to having a shove by 2, and so all these stormtroopers that have shoves on 3, they're just kind of disappointing on the attack side of things. Even with the extra dice from Stormtrooper Sergeant, that they got, I think that one just got 2 through instead of 3. So I really need that shove to flip points, but wasn't happening. So that was unfortunate for the short troopers. Yes, they have steadfast protection, but wounded pretty quickly. So I should probably give them another shot. I thought they were another immune to pin, but that's the Pathfinders. So that's I definitely won't be swapping them into my Moff Thrawn list. I'll definitely be sticking to Dark Troopers on that. Yeah, so should give them another shot, but with the way, especially Baze and Chirrut were throwing conditions everywhere, they definitely conditioned up this squad and made Darth Vader's life very miserable. And yeah, Vader just straight up lost this game for them. Other than, the misplay with Death Trooper Specialist in Struggle 1, probably lost them that struggle, but they didn't have a chance in Struggle 3 because of Vader being conditioned up, wounded, conditioned up first and then wounded, all that stuff. So not as impressed with this team as I had hoped to be, but that's okay also because I didn't really want to also swap Vader and his squad into my premier list. It would kick out the Thrawn list, the Thrawn squad, because Stormtrooper Sergeant is in it. So I'm glad I tried it. Glad I got Rogue One on the table. They're definitely solid, but not crazy. And so just another solid team. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for more. I have a giveaway going on in my Patreon. If you join as one of the movie, TV, or comic book levels on my Patreon, you'll get 1 to 3 entries into the draw for foils that come with one of the elite kits, because we had extras. So that's the Kit Fisto, Mando, Lando, Veers one. And if you missed out on Season 1 GT foils, also got a set of those. So check that out. And you also get access to links to these videos right when I get them up, rather than having to wait for my normal release schedule. So if any of that interests you, check out my Patreon, and we will see you next time.